All right. I was about to go to sleep, but I remembered I had to record. It is 1:53 a.m. so almost 2 a.m. And I was like, fuck. Again, I went to bed late for no good reason, actually. And yeah, but I know I just feel something. So today, did I do what I told you I would do yesterday? Yes, and I'm happy about that. So I went to the SUAP, which is the place where you go and say, hey, I want to start this thing, and what do I do? And I actually discovered that that's not the actual place. That's just the place where you declare it. And honestly, I don't even remember what they do or what that's all about. But I basically asked a consultation, and the person that was responsible for that stuff, the funniest part is that is a friend of ours. Okay, he's like a family friend. I was like, wait. She was giving me like the email, and she was like, oh, her name is uh, Jessica. I was like, bro, I know Jessica. What the fuck? So like, very interesting. Yeah, actually today I went to her house, and we had a brief discussion, and I got a better grip of what to do, where to go, who to consult, and these stuff. And the next steps are basically gonna be. Let me set this up. Next steps. So the reason I want to go there and ask some information is because I don't know where to go from here. Like, what are the next steps on starting the business? So first of all, a big thing is market research. I have to understand if this is doable. Today I went on Google Trends for the first time and searched up beef jerky in Italy. It's growing. It's actually funny. I didn't expect. Let me show you. So I just looked it up just to show the tool to my friend, and I was surprised that it was like actually good. Look at this. Beef jerky. Okay. So beef jerky in Italy for the from 2004 to today, and this is the graph. Is what there was a big spike in 2018, and since then it's kind of wait, let's see the. It doesn't tell you much. What's this? I have no fucking clue what this is, but yeah, it's kind of good looking. Honestly, on the phone the graph looked way cleaner. I don't know why it looks so bad here, but yeah, I mean it looks like it's growing. Okay, let's see worldwide. Okay, not bad. Yeah, these Google Trends though, I want to see locally how people react to this, because locally I don't think there is much market. I actually want to go either by myself or with a friend to ask people singularly. Like, I'm gonna set myself like out of a store. Actually, let me write that down. Aspetta, wait. Okay, so I want to do that kind of market research. That's like step 0, I guess. That's not like step 1. Step 1 is basically create like a project, which now I think I know what it is. Like, the project is like the expenses, the spaces, how you organize everything. So I guess I'm gonna ask like fucking ChatGPT and like what are the requirements for a beef jerky business, I guess, in terms of like what machinery do I need, what tools, I guess, and that also is dependent on me. I know what I need actually, but just to make sure, I wanna see the whole picture. I've never been in that market, so I wanna know what's it about, and I wanna see if I'm missing something. So I'm gonna do that research, and I'm gonna also try and understand what I have to do in terms of so like in terms of space and regulations. I'm gonna ask that to another person in person, like from the ASL ask, which is which is like concerned with these fucking regulations. So I'm gonna ask them regarding the project, which I have to make by myself and present it to whoever the fuck I need to present it to. I'm gonna make just as an estimate of like the size of the place I need, and the machinery, where it goes, the electrical stuff, I guess. And I'm also gonna have to remake the sheet about the profit, okay, the expenses, and I don't know why I don't know how, but I lost it. It's fucking annoying actually. And I cannot find it. I made it on Google Sheet. I don't know why it didn't save itself. It's very strange. Yeah, but I don't have it anymore, so I have to come up with some fucking new shit. Or maybe I made a live vlog where I showed it. I'm not sure. Maybe I did, man. Would be amazing, so I have a reference on what to do now. Again, I'm gonna look at it later, but yeah, so I have to make the sheet, the profit, expenses, the money needed to start the whole thing page, so I get an idea of how much I need to spend. And yeah, after that, I guess expenses, so expenses and profits, projects in terms of like space and machinery, also tied to the expenses and the initial investment. Then yeah, after that, I guess I can show it to someone and see if I need some more fucking bureaucracy bullshit. And yeah, I guess I can start experimenting. And even though like I have to understand how to transition between having the business and actually selling, because I don't know if I can go straight to like fucking selling. I have to have someone to sell it to. So that's the main constraint, I guess, the main roadblock. Like, how the fuck do I find clients? I don't know if it's gonna be that easy, because I've never done that. That's the biggest unknown. Okay, as far as like making a project, I can predict kind of how it's gonna go. In terms of the transition from having a product to selling it, it's a huge step in the void, because I have no fucking. If I make a bunch of beef jerky, can I sell it? I don't fucking know, man. I'm not sure. So maybe I have to make some pre-orders. I don't fucking know. I guess maybe I can ask people around, and if they want to buy. But again, it's very sketchy. It's a very unpredictable thing I have no clue about, and that's the thing. Other than that, I also want to make some some design, some web design, since I'm very keen to that stuff. I don't love it because I'm a perfectionist and I'm gonna fucking waste so much time on that, but yeah, I guess I can start making some design. I also wanted to learn a little bit of fucking how it's called, like WordPress, to make websites by myself, because I've always been using fucking Payheap or whatnot, or like a Systemi.io, but I want to have like a centralized, like personal, actually mine. How is it called? Private. I don't know the term. Like I want something that is my own, not something of someone else. There is a term. I don't have it, and so and the reason I want to learn it is not just for the beef jerky business, but also because many things I've noticed I like, or I can do, need a website making thing. So I'm referring to the course I made. I'm referring to the Airbnb we have here. We wanted to make a website of our own, so we can bypass some fees of Airbnb, maybe that we are trying to like redirect leads instead of to the B&B, maybe we can do it on our own. And in general, having the flexibility of making your own website, I think is a great skill, because not only it is completely flexible, there is no limit to what you can do compared to other like all-in-one platforms. It is also untied to any third-party company, okay? So I don't have any limitation on how many fucking pages or like A/B testing bullshit I can do. I have like, it's mine, I guess. Okay, I actually don't know if there are limits on some things, but I know it's way more customizable than all-in-one platforms. So that's something I want to learn to do. And if I learn it, if I learn how to like work with it, I guess there are also, I believe there will be templates to help me, but overall I think it's cool. It's a better thing, like, instead of using third-party platforms. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could do some website design for the Airbnb as well. Would be amazing, maybe to train, and then I could do the beef jerky business. Other than that, I don't know, man. Maybe I should create an Instagram page. Let me write it down. Posting anything, I'm not gonna post anything, just create the fucking email and the account for the future, I guess. And yeah, what else? These are the next steps. Next steps is just make the Excel sheet with all of the rough calculations. And yeah, kind of work my mind around that, wait for the consultation of the real life person that is gonna tell me the regulation and shit. By that time, I hope I have a rough plan of what I want to do. Other than that, yeah, maybe I can start thinking of the suppliers and the ways I can sell my products, either like personally selling, if that makes sense, or maybe like selling to butcher shops and online, I guess. I don't know, man. So yeah, I have to see and do some deep research with AI probably on how like different ways of selling, okay, and how I can avoid jumping in the void, I guess. How to transition from having a product to actually selling it and making sure I can sustain my expenses, I guess. Looking real and realer, more real and realer. That makes sense. I don't think it does, but I have clothes on my bed. I have to tidy my room and go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. and this is everything from the TG Federico. I do the R with the English pronunciation in my name. My name is Federico, not Federico. Rico, what the fuck is Rico? Yeah, I guess I'm back home, man. I'm back home, and I don't wanna say I'm more productive than before, because I'm probably not. It's probably an illusion. I'm gonna wait and see. And when I say wait, I actually mean I'm gonna do stuff and see. Meanwhile, I'm also enriching my knowledge about geography, geoarchaeology, I guess. No, like the the fucking geologic time scale, like trying to understand the different eons, the eras, the epochs, the periods, and the ages. Yeah, so basically I'm trying to get a grip of the fucking planet and how old it is and shit. So very interesting. Getting less and less stupid. I also know where many countries are now. I still miss the Asia and Africa map. I'm gonna do that as well. But yeah, so far I've got Europe and America down, Northern America at least. So that's gonna be interesting, I guess. And yeah, let's see what I did today on Obsidian. Anatomic, I defined the calorie, geolytic timescale, very in depth actually, defined science. I stumbled across some, not difficulty, but annoyances about the pronunciation on different aeons. Like, for example, the Hayden and the Archean. And to have the pronunciation down, I'm using the the MP3 player that is default on Obsidian, so I basically embed these things here. The problem is that, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy and annoying, and it takes some more time, like more time that I want, and it comes out a little bit too invasively. So I would like a plugin that basically embeds an audio into a word, so if I click it, it plays the audio. It would be amazing, man. And that said, still, I don't know if it's... I mean, yeah, it's practical, okay? I mean, if there was a plugin that with such a function, I think it... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I tried making a plugin with Gemini, but it's too fucking complete. I don't understand how I have to set it up, so... But yeah, it would be very, very cool to have a plugin like that. I think tomorrow I'm gonna waste some time on that as well. It's one of those things, that you are not sure if it's gonna have a good return on the investment, on the time investment. That you never know. So far, I forked an existing plugin such that instead of spawning the generated audio, so there is a plugin that allows me to highlight a text and turn it into an audio. First of all, I made a hotkey, basically Control-Shift Enter, takes the selected thing and prints the audio. The reason I use this hotkey because I like on Premiere Pro, if you press that combination, it renders the video, and I feel like this is some kind of rendering, but instead of like rendering a video, you're rendering text into audio. So I like it feels appropriate, okay? And also I modified the plugin, like the actual code of the plugin for easy shit. Obviously when I say I mean Gemini, so that instead of spawning the audio file at the bottom of the note, which was the default procedure, now it prints it right next to the selection, so it's way fucking more fast to use, because usually you highlighted a thing, pressed, like converted it, and it spawned at the end. You had to copy, which is, by the way, it's very hard to copy an embed of an audio and then modify it, bring it up, and put it close to the, like, next to the period. It's fucking annoying. And by the time you did that, you probably didn't even like the selection of the text you did, so you have to do it a couple of more times. It took a lot of time, but with this forking method, with the modifications I made to the code and the hotkey, it's very fucking fluent, and I realize it's very useful for many things. Like, sometimes you just need the definition to be read to you instead of you reading it, because you just have too many things to read, okay? And I don't know, it just feels more automatic and fluid to do that way. So that's what I did today. Also, yesterday I told you I made this cool close syntax with the double column and the dot. If you remember, you remember. Now I made it even easier and even more straightforward, because that was causing some issues. For example, here, if you remember, I told you that I made the condition that if there is this combination, like this thing, and at the end we got a dot, like this, a period, it will take this whole thing as a close, and I had to guess the content in the space repetition plugin. The problem is that if this is the condition, the first period that it encounters, like this is the start, this is the first period it encounters. So it was taking just this part as the close. And it was not what I intended. So the solution was either to put some like other identifier next to the dot and modify the syntax. So maybe like I said, dot and this fucking random symbol, and this was the end of the clause, so it wouldn't get confused with this period. But I thought it would be fucking ugly, so I tried messing around with a bunch of stuff. At the end, I downloaded a plugin that gives you basically more like markdown syntax and simplified syntax. And among the various useless syntax, actually very useful syntax, but among the syntaxes, there was this one which was like a fucking custom something. But essentially, if I wrap a text with a double exclamation mark, the exclamation mark doesn't show. So it's basically a transparent fucking highlight. And I used that syntax, so the double exclamation mark, as the close syntax, okay, as the close mechanism. So anything that is enclosed in two exclamation marks is gonna be the close, which is phenomenal. This means I can like make something a close without fucking making those invasive modifications like fucking highlighting everything or fucking bolding the whole text, which was the only option so far. This means I can be more discreet and I can have neater notes while still having the usefulness of the space repetition plugin. So it's a great discovery. Now this like thing at the start is not really useful. I can delete this because the syntax is just the double exclamation mark. Yeah, I tried to do this thing, by the way, with a CSS class with a curly bracket like this and closing. I wanted to enclose like sentences in this stuff and hide the curly brackets, but somehow I just wasn't able. I didn't manage to hide them, even with CSS classes. So I don't know why. I just found this plugin and it works. Like it hides the exclamation marks. I'm not gonna complain, okay? It is not easy to find a double exclamation mark that encloses a phrase, so that's a good enough syntax for me. I'll leave it at that. And I talked enough about this fucking useless stuff. Let me see if there is anything else. No, I think I said pretty much most of the things. Hell yeah. So 22 minutes. Last few notes. I've came back home, but I basically told no one. I think my friends are on a trip to a few theme parks, and they still have to come back, I guess. And yeah, honestly, I've not reached out to anyone here. Like I've probably because they're busy and they. But I guess today is Thursday. So I have a week, I have the full week, weekdays, and I have the weekend. Maybe we can meet in the weekend or something. But yeah, I feel very nice, I feel very good. Except for the fact that I'm not fucking sleeping, which I'm gonna fix right now, hopefully, or maybe not. I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos probably. But yeah, let's go to sleep, man. Thank you for watching, bro. I hope you are doing everything and you're having success on your thing, man. At this point, I'm pretty sure you're gonna attempt the beef jerky business. So I imagine you in that state of, fucking limbo or success or failure or struggle. Okay, not failure, struggle. There is no failure, there is just struggle and trial and error. So maybe you're in the stage, I'm imagining you in that, and I really wish you the best, man. You're looking back at this stage maybe in a nostalgic feeling, in a nostalgic way, or in a something else, I guess. Fucking relaxed, like you remember how relaxed I was here. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe you are enjoying your time more than me. Okay, so thank you for watching, bro. It's very strange to address myself as bro. Thank you for watching, bro. I'm probably shouting. My window was open. Who knows what people think when they hear fucking me talking loudly. Hopefully they don't hear me. But yeah, I actually never thought about that. I actually talk pretty loudly. I should close my windows next time. Yeah, thank you. I should stop saying thank you. I don't want to say thank you. I just don't know how to close videos like this. I guess. Yeah. This is it for today. I want to close the video abruptly so I can keep making these videos without too much anxiety or you know, because when I make something too perfect, it's like I don't want to make them tomorrow. So go fuck yourself. See you tomorrow maybe. Hopefully I can keep this habit up. Bye bye.